remain silent. Anything you say and can will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have them present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questionings if you wish. All right. You good, dude?
Breaking news out of Austin, Texas today. A newborn baby was discovered inside a dumpster at an apartment complex. Miraculously, that baby is alive and in stable condition tonight. In this video, I want to go over everything that we know about what happened and the laws in Texas that were meant to prevent tragedies like this. Here's what we know so far. Police were called to an apartment complex on North Lamar Boulevard in North Austin. Two people walking by heard faint cries coming from a dumpster. When they checked, they found a newborn baby with the umbilical cord still attached. Neighbors immediately jumped into action. They called 911, and while waiting for help, they worked to keep the infant alert and breathing. First responders rushed the baby to Dell Children's Medical Center. Police later confirmed that the baby is in good health and showing no signs of distress. Right now, Child Protective Services has taken temporary custody while Austin police investigate. The case is being handled by the Child Abuse Unit, who are working to identify the mother and piece together exactly how this happened.
Neighbors are calling this a miracle here tonight. This is a parking lot of an apartment complex just north of Highway 183 on North Lamar. And behind me is a dumpster where neighbors say they heard a cry that likely saved a newborn's life.
Neighbors are already calling her their miracle angel, pointing out that if she hadn't cried out at the exact moment she did, she may not have been found.
Police say paramedics took the baby to Dell Children's, where she's safe and healthy. Their focus now is on how this happened. Detectives are working to track down the mother and whoever else might be responsible.
This case in itself is heartbreaking, but it also highlights an important law that many people may not know about, the Texas Safe Haven Law. This allows parents legally and anonymously to surrender a newborn up to 60 days old at safe designated locations like fire stations, hospitals, or police stations. No questions asked, no criminal charges. The goal is to give parents in crisis a safe legal way to make sure their child is cared for instead of abandoned in dangerous places. So, why do these tragedies keep happening even though laws like this exist? The answer is probably complicated. People don't know that these laws exist. Others may just panic in the moment. Some of them could be facing extreme poverty, abuse, or untreated mental health conditions. Abandonments like this often reflect a lack of awareness and a lack of access to resources, which means that spreading this information could literally save lives. There are still many unknowns to the case thus far. How long was the baby in that dumpster? Who is the mother? And what led her to this point? Did she know about the safe haven options? Police recently confirmed that it is a little baby girl. We're still waiting on more details from investigators, CPS, and of course the hospital. Safe haven laws were created in direct response to tragedies such as this. In Texas, hundreds of infants have been safely surrendered since the law passed in 1999. But the state still sees cases like today's, which tells us that the message isn't reaching everyone who needs it. If you or someone you know is facing a crisis pregnancy, there are options. You can walk into a hospital, a fire station, or a police station in Texas and safely surrender your baby. No one will arrest you. No one will question you. And if you need help before that moment, there are hotlines and organizations that you can contact and that can connect you with resources, counseling, and support.
Just seeing her just covered in blood like that and dirt and trash, like she just wasn't nothing, hurt me. The way that she was found in the trash can upside down with her head facing the trash can hurt me. Me trying to open up her eye and I couldn't open her eye just broke me. Like, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, is she dying on me? Like, my ex-boyfriend came to my house and was like, there's a dead baby a baby in the trash can. And I was just like, you're lying. And then I ran out here with no shoes and told him get the blanket and grab the baby out the trash can. And I just started doing compressions on the baby's chest, just due to the fact that she looked like she was losing life. And we called EMS, firefighters, cops, and they arrived. They took her. She's still alive. She's great. She's a baby girl.
Was she crying when you got to her?
She was crying in the trash can. That's how they heard her cry. So she saved herself before anybody could save her.
Police are still seeking the parents of the newborn baby found in this dumpster. The apartment is at 8600 North Lamar Boulevard in Austin. If you know anything or you have any information, contact the local police. This story to me shows how important community vigilance really is. Two people just walking by stopped when they heard her cry, and that's why this little girl is still alive. If something doesn't sound right or if you hear something unusual, take the extra step. Call for help because sometimes that call can make the difference between life and death. For this very lucky little girl, she is alive, she is safe, and she has a chance at life because strangers stepped in. The safe haven law exists to make sure stories like this don't have to happen again. Share this information, spread awareness, turn this tragedy into a reminder. Help is always available. Thank you guys very much for watching. Stay safe, stay aware. Thanks for hanging with you. See you in the next one.